Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Chuck Graham Show. Well, we we're just crazy. This country's crazy. You got Matt Walsh that's on the Dr. Phil show and talking to the bearded lady, trying to figure out what getting into a debate with the trans and the which is a made up term. I've said it 1,000 times. There's no such thing as a transgender. You're a male or a female. It's that simple. And I think Matt Walsh did a really good job illustrating that. So, the bottom line is like I said before, you're a male, you're a female. You have an XY chromosome, you're a male. If you have an XX chromosome, you are a female. I didn't know until I got to looking at it that one of the X's in the XX chromosome is dormant in females. So, but let me just say this: a man can't give birth. Just for all of y'all that are on the fence on this and are trying to figure out, if you were, I'm gonna check something real quick. Hold on. If you this is crazy, man. Well, I'm having some problems here. Hold on. I'm gonna have to do this over again because, I think that's what did it. I need to pull this down, and okay, now I got it. I think I'm pretty much. I am thinking that this is, that's too high. I had it too high. That's what it was. So it was, having a problem. So, okay, I had to adjust the my mixer. I use for those of you that don't know and you want to buy one, it's a Pro FX. It's actually a really nice mixer, and you have to play with it to get the volume right. Anyway, this is going to make for a really good show, isn't it? 30 seconds of my time was due to fixing my audio error. Anywho, so let's get back to it. Matt Walsh was on the Dr. Phil show, and he had the bearded lady and the trans man, and I'm making a joke there, but I mean, if you look at her, she looked like a woman with a beard. And I thought, wow, there could be a circus in town. But hey, enough of the jokes. There is no such thing as a trans person. There's no binary. You can't pretend to be Bigfoot. You can't identify as black. But hey, I guess if I wanted to get on with UPS, I could identify as black, probably have a better chance. And that's not being racist. That's just being realistic. You have affirmative action. If you identify as black, then why couldn't you participate in the affirmative action? It's because all of that is insane. I can't identify as being black. Not that would even make a difference with UPS. Just like you can't identify as being a woman. If you're not a woman, even if you cut your pecker off, you just a guy with no pecker. And a colostomy bag, probably, because you've got to figure out how to urinate. I'm not a doctor, so. But the point being is this, and I'm making jokes about this, but Dr. Phil, from what I saw, from the little bit of it I watched, he handled it pretty well. He was pretty fair about it. But, Matt Walsh just walked off into the fire, and here we go. You got the trans people trying to give all kinds of explanation on really something that's very simple. And he did say on the Michael Knowles show, he gave a really good explanation. You just don't get off in the weeds with them. And that's true. God says something in Scripture where Don't cast your pearls into the swine, as they will drag you in and tear you to pieces. And that's what Michael Walsh was talking about. Because folks, if you try to argue with someone about reality that has no sense of reality, there is no arguing with them. There is no trying to sympathize with them, because these people, and I hate to say this because I couldn't imagine what they're going through. And in some ways it's kind of sad, but if you, if you don't think that you're a man when you're a man, and you don't think you're a woman when you're a woman, and you think that you are in the wrong body, you have a psychological disorder and you need help. And as long as people in this country normalize gender dysphoria, they can't get help. That's awful. That really is awful. And the uptick in the kids and is nothing more than a trend, and it's having an effect. There are people who have written books about the effects that kids are going through right now that thought they were female when they were male and male when they were female, and their parents didn't have any more damn sense than to, say, yeah, no, you get 18, do whatever you want. I mean, if you're raising your child, you don't go, well, yeah, here, take a shot of tequila, man. You're 5. Yeah, you can do it. You can make that choice. No, you wouldn't do that, would you? Hell no, you wouldn't. You would say, no, you would get 18. Because I think the drinking age ought to be 18. If you can die for your country, you should be at least able to have a beer. I don't drink, but, I've had my share in my life. But let me just say this, and I'm going to say this as simple as I can, folks. I mean, Michael Walsh Walsh, I hope I pronounced his name right, but he did a really good job at that. But I'm going to say that we are silly. This is silly. If the rest of the world's looking at us like, oh, come on. I shared a meme with my wife. It was Lucy and Charlie Brown. And Lucy was saying how science was going to be able to fix climate change. And Charlie Brown said, they can't even tell if you're a boy or a girl. And that's true. You can't deny 100 years of biology because of someone's feelings. I'm sorry. You just can't. And all I can say is, I feel sorry for them. I do. Unless you can't pretend to be a man when you're a man or a woman when you're a woman. And there is no such thing as a transgender. It's a made-up term. It's a made-up term, and sorry, it's just a made-up term. The feminists are right. The ones that are going after them because they're absolutely destroying women's sports, the things women have fought for years. Now you're going to let men compete like that freaking Amazon that they got over there that beat them women in the swimming for, 36 seconds? Jesus Christ. He could have sat back, smoked a cigarette, and had a beer by the time they caught up. That's not right. Folks, that's not right at all. Period. So let me know what you think in the comments, but I just don't see it. I mean, folks need to get a grip. They need to understand that in this country or just in the world in general, you have things you have to consider as fact. And facts are simply facts. Whatever happened to just being gay? Some of them are identifying as a man when they're a woman, and then their partner's identifying as a woman when they're a man, and they're together. You know what that means? They're just two straight people. Weird straight people, but they're just straight. So, I don't know. Are they pretending? Do they really have gender dysphoria? I don't know. I just know that it's not going to stop here. If we don't stop it, it's not going to stop here. I don't know if YouTube will take this down or not. I have no idea. I would hope not, because it's a fact. But Michael Walsh did a really good job. And I couldn't agree with him more. Talk to you guys later.